Hello everyone, I hope you are doing great. This is Sahara Kiani, and today I'm going to discuss with you an important thing about the placements of the valves for your heating and cooling pipes. So, as you can see right here in this picture, we have a cassette fan coil equipment, as well as the hydronic supply, hydronic return, and drain pipes that are connected to it. Now, if we pay closer attention to the hydronic pipes, we can see these valves that have been placed onto them, one of which is the gate valve, and there's also a strainer that has been placed right next to it. If you take a look at this next picture, you can see that we have a fan coil equipment here as well, and we also have the hydronic supply and return pipes connected, and there's also the drain pipe. Here in this next picture, we have another cassette fan coil where the hydronic supply, return, and drain pipes have been connected to it like before. So I'm going to go over to Revit and over to this part of it where we have this cassette fan coil, and there are also the hydronic supply, return, and drain pipes that have been drawn near it. If we also take a look in the 3D view, we can see the equipment, its pipe connectors, and also those 3 pipes that have been drawn near it. Now, in order to connect these 3 pipes to our equipment, I'm going to be using the Flex Pipe command. As in, I'm going to go to the Systems tab, and then head to the Plumbing and Piping panel. And finally, I'm going to click on the Flex Pipe command. First, we're going to have to make some adjustments in the Properties window, meaning that we're going to first make the system type hydronic supply because we're going to be connecting the hydronic supply pipe. Then we're going to specify our diameter, which since the size of the pipe is 3/4, I'm going to open the drawer and select 3/4. So now I'm going to make a click here and another click on the hydronic supply connector. As you can see in the tooltip which appears, we can see the diameter, which is 3/4. And at the end of the tooltip, it also says hydronic supply. So we're going to click. We're going to repeat the same thing for connecting the return pipe, except that for this one, we're going to change the system type to hydronic return, then click on the pipe and another click on the connector. And we're going to repeat the same process for connecting the drain pipe. The diameter of the drain is 3/4. So once again, we're going to use the Flex Pipe command. Only this time, we're going to change the system type to drain. Then we make sure that the diameter is 3/4, then click on the pipe, then click on its connector. Now if we take a look in the 3D view, we can pretty well see how the pipes have been connected. Now let's try to place the valves. Again, we're going to go to the plan, and this time we're going to go over to the Insert tab, then click Load Family. Then we're going to go over to the default families which have been given to us when we were installing Revit in Driver C. So then we go to the Pipe folder, and then Valves, and then we're going to go over to the Gate Valves folder. Now we notice that the diameter of this gate valve is 2 to 12 inches, whereas over here in the plan, the diameter of the pipe was 3/4. So we conclude that we can't use Revit's default family for this one. But instead, we're going to go over to the BIM object website, and we're going to look up gate valve. Now if we scroll down a bit, we will find a gate valve that looks like this. So we're going to open it. And in its features, we can see that it supports ports of 3/4 up to 3 inches. So we're going to download this family. Now we're going to head back to Revit, go to the Insert tab, and then click Load Family. Then we're going to go to the location where we've downloaded that family, and we're going to find and select it. And finally, click Open. Once we click Open, a window like this one might appear, which isn't something that necessarily happens when we load other families, but it does for this one. This window asks us which size we want to load, which we can either drag over all of them to select them all, or we could just specifically select the one that has the 3/4 in it, and then click Open. This new family of ours has been modeled in version 2019 of Revit, which has just been upgraded to our version, which is 2024. Now to place it, we're going to go over to the Systems tab, and then find and click on the Pipe Accessory command. Now if we take a look in the Properties window, we can see the valve that we've just loaded, and now we just need to click on the pipes here and here. Now let's go take a look at them in 3D, and this is how they've turned out. Now the next thing we need to do is to place a strainer over here on the hydronic supply pipe. So we're going to go over to the Insert tab, then click on Load Family, and go to where the Revit's families are. Then we go to the Pipe folder, then Accessories, and down here in the list we have this Y strainer family. As you can see, it supports 1/4 to 4 inches, and the V strainer supports 2 to 20. I'm going to select this Y strainer, which is also threaded, and then click Open. Now I'm going to go over to the Systems tab, and then click on the Pipe Accessory command, and over here I'm going to select the size, which is 3/4. Then I'm going to go over here and click on the pipe. Now all I need to do is to just select it and rotate it till it's facing the right direction. Also, if you couldn't see your items well, you can also go to the 3D view and rotate it there. Now here I'm going to have to rotate it one more time and another. And besides all of that, we're going to also have to flip it. So you're just going to have to click on this flip icon to flip your strainer. Also, I'm going to take this valve and move it a little to the right so that there's a little bit of distance between it and the strainer. So what we just did is we downloaded a family from the BIM Object website and added another item of the Revit's default families. Now back here in the BIM Object website, in the search bar where we searched gate valve, we could also search Y strainer. Or if we just look around the results a little bit, we can find that item here. And actually what I'm trying to say is that even if you couldn't find a family amongst the Revit's default families, you could go over to the BIM Object website and find and download your family. Thank you for being with me throughout this video. If you want to learn how you can model your heating and cooling pipework for your MEP projects from A to Z and also in a project-oriented manner, you can get your heating and cooling pipework tutorial package over at the Udemy website.